So I'll be recording this, of course. If you want to watch the full video, just like I said, you can message me or I'll post it on YouTube. Either way, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and switch off to a new template that I've just been playing with. But so far, I mean, it's not like perfect, but it's cleaner version than the black one. But either way, so it doesn't matter. So if you look, let's go to NZD. First of all, let's say welcome to our Thursday call. Today is March 19th, 2019, and the video is being recorded for those of you who missed it. We will definitely be. You could message me and I'll go ahead and send you that. But anyways, so on NZD, yes, the more this falls, the more likely I am to buy. The more likely I am. Um, Honestly, if you look at the daily, we've already came, we've already, it looks like we might have created a top right over there. If you zoom in from that green candle right there, I know it's smaller, it's not the usual candle that we use. That green candle right there created a, buy signal. If you're trading on a lower time frame, like for example, let's say the 1 hour, that would have been a really good area to get in and market from up there on the 1 hour. The market went about 80 pips, which is good. 80 pips is good. And then 4 hour, as you can see, that's what it looks like. So for me, what I would like is honestly, I would want a pullback, maybe back to yeah, well, 1.0299 or even a little bit lower. And I will probably honestly buy this on this box right here. So the lower this goes, the more likely I am interested in a buy. Now, if you look at the weekly, like I said, it's the weekly, um, there's the wick. There's the wick right here from the flash crash that happened recently, 2019, and there's a low right there. So the slower this comes, the more likely it is that we're gonna get in. But also something that I've been discovering is I've been using the sarcastic for a while, and I've realized that every time price comes back, and this is like this, and it's curved like this, it normally goes up. So if you see the sarcastic, price is coming down, right? When price is coming down, this is going down lower. When it comes to zero line, right here to the zero line, it starts to curl up and it gives you like a buy signal. Okay, not all the time, because sometimes price can go lower, like here. Okay, this price went lower. Even though we were at a support area right here, it still went lower and it was stagnant and it curled up and this happened. So this one, right, same thing. This when this signal, this sell signal was coming up right here. This was up here to the 180 line. Okay, and it came down. Now it looks like it's at the 0.20 line, and it might curl up. This is on the weekly, and it might start going back up pretty soon. But like I said, I am interested in that buy. So you guys got in too early. That's not, I mean, it's not a bad thing, but I want on a smaller time frame. I do want to pull back to at least 1.03030 or 22. Around that area is where I'm looking at. So one moment, I will be back. I have my notes that we're gonna go over. All right. Yeah. So I'm just playing with these templates. Forget all of this. Like I said, I'm something that I'm testing out a new strategy, and I'm trying to get used to using this template. So it does look different than the last one that I just had, which is this one right here. Um, this one right here. But like I said, I'm working on some new strategy where, you know, you could get at least more pips faster than swing trading. But anyways, that will be in the future. But for right now, let's just go ahead and analyze it the way that we always do. Okay. So what I want to go over is some trades that I'm looking at. Was it AutoCAD? I think it was AutoCAD. Let's go to AutoCAD. I think it was AutoCAD. Is it AutoCAD? Here, let me see. I think it's on my phone. Okay. I missed it. I missed the trade. I had it for last week, but I think I might have missed it. It was for 1 hour right over here, but we missed it. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Um, I guess now I'll just be looking to buy them, because I was looking to, you know, get in AutoCAD around that area, but price already fell from 94,774, and that was about 68 pips, which is good. So I'll be looking to buy around this area right here, 93,906. If you want to write this down, you can. This will be a smaller time frame, like a smaller trade to get in on a time frame, like 1 hour. Like I said, I've been testing out new thing. Like instead of just swing trading, like for slow weeks like this, or last week, or for the past couple of months, we can still catch like trades that are like 50 pips, you know, 80 pips, and you know, not 500 to 1,000, but you know, smaller pips that will help us accumulate some cash while we're waiting for, you know, juicier trades. Uh, but like I said, I was looking at this, but it's gone now, so it's off my list. Let's not even worry about it until we come closer to this level. So it doesn't even matter at the moment. Let's go back to the list that I made last night. I'm looking at about one, two, three. The other ones are exotic pairs, and I don't want to give you guys an exotic pair. So I'll go over everything with you guys, so that like all the pairs, so you guys can at least see what I am looking at, or what I'm looking for. So 4 hour, um, on a 4 hour, definitely a nice area on the 4 hour level for odd shaft right here. It looks like we already came back and we're bouncing off this level right here. And if you look, the stochastic is already buried and might be, of course, you know, turning up and going back up. This is the 4 hour for the odd shaft. Um, and as you can see, it's already up, you know, 10 pips, but I want it a little bit lower. Um, I do want it a little bit lower, like just a little bit lower. Uh, if we can come back just around this box right here, I'll probably start accumulating on the 4 hour. And then my stop loss will be the last high, which is this right here. So not stop loss, I'm sorry, take profit. My take profit would be at this high right here, 71,013 would be my take profit, as though this would be a short-term trade. On a 4 hour, that would be, let's just say from where it's bouncing to where my top, about 50 pips, which is nice, which is good. Um, so yeah, odd shaft, That's not something that I'm getting into, but what it would look like if you bought, you know. So the ones that I'm getting into, I'll get to later. Right now, let's just go over these. But anyways, um, that's for Odd Chef. Odd Chef, as you can see, the weekly is also getting buried. Like I said, this week it might turn up and then continue going up. Daily, as you can tell, we're already coming down a little bit further. I just wanted a little bit to come back. Like I want it to come to at least to the zero line of 20. Once it comes to the zero line, then I'll start accumulating. The 4 hour, we're already at the zero line. And as you can see, it's already bouncing. The 1 hour, same thing, curling up and going. So I really want it to come down just a couple more pips, maybe 20, like 10 more pips, and I'll start accumulating. But for right now, a short-term trade, 50 pips right here. If you want to get in, it's up to you. Please trade at your own risk. But that's what I'm looking at for that pair. Moving forward in the alphabet soup, Odd Jappy. It's another trade that I was looking at last week, but we're already falling, so doesn't even matter now. I'm just gonna. I was looking from right here, this top right here, and this top around this area is where I was looking to buy, but we already looking to sell, but we already fell from there. So now we're just sitting right here, and as you can see, the 1 hour is already curling up. 4 hour already, so we might see another bounce back up here. So up here is still valid. So when we come to up here, honestly, it's still valid. 79 to 70 to 80 around here, not even 80, but yeah, from 79.718 to 79.615, like around this area is still valid. Let me go ahead and lift this up a little bit, just right here. So around that area, what? But if if you're looking at it and then you sold over here, you're up maybe like what, 100 pips, actually 60, which is good because now for especially like for a market that is really slow, 50 pips still helps. 50 pips still helps. So as you can see, the sarcastic is still on the daily is just going down. So there's a possibility this market still has more downside. But like I said, I do want it up there. But at the same time, we're hitting the. I don't want to confuse you guys with these moving averages. So I'm not even gonna speak about the moving averages. But if you look at the daily top here, around there is where I really want it. So if we do come up there, price does come up here, just up here. Like I said, on a daily, I would definitely buy it. Weekly, it's going down. So, but at the same time, we've already hit the 20 moving average and then the 40 moving average that, like I said, I won't speak about it right now until later. But it's just something to look at for, small trades. Odd NZD, we already went over. With the possibility we could see a 70 to 100 pip move. CAD Shaft, it's another trade that we just spoke about, and it's been just lagging over here. Oh my gosh, this has been like trash for the past couple of weeks. So I made another video not that long ago. You can go to my YouTube and watch it. I said up here is where I'm definitely looking to sell Cat Shaft, and of course we hit our first entry and we created this nice bullish candle on the weekly, and now it looks like we're just sitting right here and doing nothing and just consolidating. So honestly, the more we sit here, the more I don't like this, because most of the time, if a um, if a trend is up and you have your first bearish movement or bullish movement and you just sit there and consolidate, it's a possibility the market can continue going up. And it's also possible that it can fall. And this is why I don't trade markets that are stagnant and they're just flat and they're not going anywhere. This pair hasn't went anywhere for few days now, few days. And we're just we're just sitting here. So for me, what am I looking at for the search term? So short term, we had a move from the 76 area twice, actually one, two, three times. We created a lower low, came back up, okay, tested the what do you call it? The last bottom. So this was support. Okay, when support breaks, it becomes a resistance, and then we're coming down. So this bottom, the market can see as a bottom. So if we do come back over here, it's a possibility, very possible, that we could do something like this and continue going up. Very, very possible. Or we could just break to the downside. So, and as you can see, the stochastic is coming down lower on a daily, being buried, while price is just sitting here. So this looks more of a bullish than it is a bear, if that makes sense. Even on the weekly, we're coming down. So the longer we stay here, the more likely we are, the more likely this market is to continue going up. Just a thought. Like it could go either ways. And the only way to find out is when the market starts moving. So definitely something to look out to. Definitely something to watch. But that's what it looks like right now. We're just sitting, like not going anywhere. CAD Jappy, another trade. All the yen pairs have been, falling. But I do want it. I do want it up here because this is a 200 moving average, and every time we come to the 200 moving average, we fall. As you can see over here, 200 moving average, we just went just above it, fake out or breakout, a fake breakout, and then it fell, and another fake breakout, huge sell-off, came back, tested the 40 moving average, boom, and then we came back again, tested the 200 moving average, fake out, and then a huge sell-off. And now it looks like we're coming back. The more we sit here, the more likely the moving average is probably the 200 moving average probably going to come down lower to this area. And if you zoom in, this is the top right here. Okay, so around 85 area might be a really nice area to sell, or it's very possible we can just fall from right here. Yens look really weak this week. The more likely they are sitting at the top, the more likely we're going to fall. Get at least some couple pips. But or on a what do you call it, daily, it looks like we have a moving average, right? The 200 moving average on a daily. So we could just come back, test the 200 moving average daily, and then fall from there too. That is also another top. If you zoom in, this was a top that we got in, giant pin bar, and then the sell off. And now it looks like we're just slowly coming back up to retest it. So I will definitely be watching this week. There's a bunch of news that's coming up for CAD Jappy. So keep that in mind. Like I said, yens look really, really, really weak this week. So just keep watching. And it doesn't surprise me that they're all on a resistant area or hovering on a resistant area while there's news coming out. So Just something to look out to. Shav Jappy, same thing. There's two possibility we can come to around the 200 moving average. And you could see there's a top right here, the created top right here that we fell from. If you look back just over there, there's a top right there that touched the moving 200 moving average before we had that crash, that flash crash around January. That was on the daily. The weekly, oh wow, not the weekly. The 4 hour just looks sexier. Look at that. It makes sense on the 4 hour. Boom, right here. Nice sell area on the 4 hour. This will be really nice. So the more this comes up here, the more likely I am to call a trade this week on Shav Jappy. So keep an eye. Okay. It's from 111 to 112. That's where I'm looking at. I'm not gonna go over Euro odd. I'm not gonna Euro CAD. I'm gonna go touch up on it because I'm still in this trade. Last time I called it, this is where last time I called this trade, it was right here. This is a demo account, so it still has like my buy limits, which means they weren't filled because there's nothing in this account. But last time I called it was down here, and we had this nice bullish candle. Okay, from there to here, it's 200 pips, and now we're just consolidating here. Guess what? When the trend shifts, and you consolidate up, more likely we are to continue going up. So I am still looking for this market to continue going up. We just have to leave this this shenanigans up here, and then continue going up. My first take profit is at the 1.52691, and my other one could be a little bit higher, maybe here, above that, or even a little bit higher over here. But for right now, like I said, the market has been really slow. We haven't done anything. We're just sitting at levels and nothing's happening. So, and when things like that are happening, what you want to do is you want to stay away from it. Because if you enter into a trade, like for example, let's say like someone that doesn't know enters into this trade and then they get in as a sell, okay, because they don't know what's going on, hypothetically speaking. They get in as a sell, okay, they're like, oh, they just get in. They sell, next thing you know, you see a nice bullish candle just going up the opposite way. And now they're losing their money because they saw this thing just building, and they think because the trend is down, okay, and they think it's going to continue going down. So, but they don't know that the trend just shifted. So what you want to do is you want to be out of the market when the market is not moving, and you want to be in the market when the market is moving.
No.
So that way, you're not stuck in a unpredictable situations. So there's something to keep in mind. And then yeah, EuroCAD I'm still in, still long, and I'm still holding small lots though, like 0.01, like mini lots on my other account. But my big account I'm already out, because I don't want to be greedy. Euro Chef, I don't know if I want to go over this. See, this nothing. It's like nothing. The whole thing just looks like trash. So I'm just gonna skip that. Euro Pound is something that I've been saying that I was gonna get in the pullbacks, but I missed the last pullback, so there's no point of even looking at it. Maybe if we come down here, the 200 moving average, or we kiss the 200 moving average, I might look to buy. But I need it to come at least a little bit lower. And as you can see, the lower this is getting on the weekly, the more likely we are to continue to actually go up just a little bit. Retest this bottom that we broke, and then this trend can continue going down later in the future. For short term, 100, 200 pips, look around 83,911 area to get in as a buy. That area might be, as you can see, also this was a really nice level for the market to just go up from. So, but the same thing, you have to realize we hit this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be 6. So if we do go up, we're probably not going to go that far. Like I said, we might get 100, 200 pips, and then this is probably going to crash to the pits of hell. So you just make sure you're very careful when you're trading against the trend, because this trend has shifted to a bearish trend. So just keep that in mind. That's euro pound. I'm gonna go to euro jappy. Like I said, all the yens are on at a what do you call resistant area or a resistant level. Okay, the more, like I said, the more likely we come. All yens are telling me the same thing. Very likely that we're gonna test this level and we're gonna crash. Please do not take all of them at once, because that is a huge exposure on your account. Take the one that you feel comfortable with and write that one out. For all yens, USD Jappy, Euro Jappy, Pound Jappy, Shav Jappy, all of them are telling me the same thing. If all of them are telling me the same thing, it's more likely for them to fall. So you want to keep your eyes on that. Euro MXN. I don't know why I'm looking at this, but I'm gonna skip this one. Definitely bullish. Trend is really strong. I went over it a long time ago that we were gonna break this right here. No, don't do that. This right here, which we did. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, I don't know why it's doing this. I don't want it up there. I want it like up here. All right, I don't know why it's doing that. But if you look, this was a trend right here. Okay, right there. There's a bottom here, bottom here, bottom here, bottom here, and the bottom here. And we broke it right there. We came to retest it, and then we continue falling down. And if you look at the higher time frame, this whole thing just looks really ugly, honestly, until we get to maybe down here, down there. But for right now, I won't even touch it, so I don't know why I'm going over this. If something looks trash, I don't even talk about it. So I don't know why I'm going over this. So let's get out of this one. Let's get to the majors, the ones that normally run. Euro NZD. Looks like we're at a bottom. I don't know though. We've been here for a very long time. Oh my gosh! If you look at this, this was, you could tell, you could see this was like the first bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of just sitting here. It's ridiculous. Like no move at all on the, what do you call it, weekly. So it's a very possibility we could see a bounce, just a little bit. Like I said, remember Euro odd, Euro NZD is at the bottom. Euro NZD is also at the bottom. I promise you, if we go over Euro USD or Euro anything NZD, I mean Euro NZD, it's going to be like a resistance or something. So we will see. But for right now, it looks like we're creating a giant bottom here. Most likely that we could bounce from over here, get at least a few pips on the weekly, and then get out on the daily. It's a possibility that we can come down just a little bit lower. I do want it just right here before we bounce on the weekly. You can tell that is a 200 moving average that we use. So we will see. We will see. I do want to bounce up there, but it's not something that I want to get in. It's not sexy enough for me, but it's at a support level. All right, let's see. Euroshi, because that is an exotic. I'm not gonna go over it. Euro USD. Here's what I'm looking for Euro USD. I am definitely looking to sell Euro USD. I hope it doesn't go down from here because I hate when the market does that. I do hope we don't fall from here, honestly. I do want it just a little bit higher, not that high, but come here. I want it at least in this box from that area to right there. I at least want it in that box. But on the lower time frame, 4 hour, it looks like we're already creating a bullish pattern. So I really do wish that during the news we see a spike or a stop run because I really want it up here. And oh geez, if I sell it up there, I'm probably going to hold this for quite some time. The reason why is let's go to the higher time frame. Okay, this is the official bottom on euro. Right here is the official bottom. Okay, if we break and let go of this, there's a possibility we can end up all the way here. And because of the Brexit, okay, it's a possibility that this can happen. But I'm more likely in a sell than I am in a buy. Before I was like, all right, we're buying this. It could go up, go longer. But then, of course, the market changes. You see things differently every time. Okay, so the more we go up, the more likely I am to sell this up here. Up here, right there is really good. And also where it's at right now, I'm gonna wait just because of this week's news and see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if it do come up here on the 4 hour though. Euro USD, something I'm highly looking at this week, and something you should definitely be looking at this week to sell. I'm gonna go over this. No, not this pair. Never mind. Moving forward, I'm not gonna go over Eurozar because it's really unnecessary. I'm not trying to go over exotic pairs because most of you guys don't know how to trade them. If I do, I know how to trade them, but most likely I would never call them because of how risky they can be. The last call that I made for Euro, an exotic pair of USD Seek, I will probably not do that again because it is too dangerous to to trade, and the spread is too high, and accounts can be lost. So I will not try to call exotic pairs anymore. I'll take them personally, but I wouldn't call them. I'll go with the safer
Get the
pairs.
fuck out. Wait a minute.
But pound CAD, I really want to sell pound CAD really bad. Okay, pound CAD is at a nice level right here. Okay, and we are also at, have I already said we're gonna sell this? Yeah. Also we are testing the 200 moving average. It looks like we created a sell, what do you call it, a sell pin right here, but that's on the weekly. I do want it, if you look at the daily, it's just creating a top. Okay. Honestly, if you would like, you could enter a small trade right now because we are officially hitting the top that I was looking at. And we sold this one a couple weeks ago, back a couple weeks ago, but we got out literally right here. So that was good, Now I want to log a little bit swing trade, a swing trade, so a little bit longer trade. Um, this can potentially fall to, this is on a daily, potentially fall to right here, 171.53, all the way to 170, 162. Very possible that it can do it. And if you look at the weekly, that's just what it looks like. It makes sense. It's the top right here. We have the 200 moving average below, you know, being a wall for us, and more likely for it to fall that low. So if you, like I said, if you like put a small order, not a big, small order, and just let it ride, and see what happens. Make sure your stop loss is just above, because this is a daily trade. It could also be a 4-hour trade. Okay. Um, just make sure it's just up right here. 1.78448 as your stop loss on the 4-hour. It is more likely we could have a stop hunt just for a little bit, but I don't think we're gonna get a giant stop hunt up there. But it could happen. So, but even if it did, that's like what? Um, about 150, because a pound and pound the pit count is different. But if it does go our way, it's about 500 pips to 600. So the risk to reward makes sense to me. Long-term swing trade. The other one, pound shaft. Another trade that I've been looking at. Was it pound shaft? I have it on my list. Let me see. Yeah, pound shaft. I was looking at it from the weekly, so that's why I was like, it makes sense on the weekly. So as you can see, we're hitting the 200 moving average. Last time we did that, we fell pretty far. Okay, this time I'm not expecting to get this much pip, but I am expecting to get at least another 500 or so, 400 to 500 pips. So from the weekly, this does look really nice to me as a sell, because we're hitting a 200 moving average acting as a barrier. And also, if you look, this is a top right here, top right here, top right here, a top right here, another top right here. So, but when we do get that, your stop loss, not stop loss, your take profit will be right over there, 1.28766. That's your take profit. Anything lower than that, it will not get hit. You can even get it higher. 1.29313. Okay, to be safe. Just because. But if we do come up here, be very scared to even sell or hold, because as soon as we hit this level, because this is now the trend has shifted. Okay, we're still going up. We're just taking small, fewer pips because the trend is up. This is a bottom. This is gonna act as a bottom right here. Okay, because we had a small pullback here. Okay, when we come back, will be a bottom. It will be a nice bottom. And also, if you look, we broke this top right here. Okay, and when we break a top, we come back to test it, becomes a support, and then we continue going up. We could potentially break this and actually go up here, or even all the way up there. But that's in the future. But for right now, we're taking the short-term trades. Okay, and then the other one, I'm not gonna go over it because it's an exotic pair, but I'll show you what it looks like. I'll just show you what it looks like. Pound Jappy. Check this out. Also at a resistant. I wonder why. Okay, at a nice resistant. Okay, I called a trade not that long ago. up here. We had this nice fall. We got out. Now it's going back up. I do want it just a little bit higher. Like I said, we might see a stop hunt around this up here. Fill these orders or hit a stop loss and then continue falling. So that could potentially happen. I've seen it happen. And as you can see, the 200 moving average is coming down really fast. So the faster this comes, the more likely the more price is hanging up here, the faster this is gonna come down. Okay, the more likely this is gonna probably fall. So keep an eye on Pound Jappy. I might actually take down Pound Jappy sometime this week, um, but I'll let you guys know. This is Pound NZD. I don't know. Looks pretty ugly. Not gonna really focus on it, but if you look at it, we'll come into a 200 moving average possibility. You could see a little bit down, but it just looks ugly. Doesn't make sense to me, so I'm not gonna touch it. Also Pound USD. Uh, I don't know. Was it Mario? Are you in the sell on this?
Buy.
Oh, you're in a buy. Okay, so yeah, just like you're in a buy, just like me. Um, I will probably start getting out pretty soon. I still believe this is gonna continue going up because it's very bullish. Okay, the more likely because this is gonna act as a barrier. It's pretty more likely for it to come down just a little bit. But if the more it comes down, honestly, the more I'm gonna buy. Because I really do want it to come all the way up here, and I'm gonna officially sell when it comes up here. But for right now, I'm still in the long. I still haven't gone out yet. Um, I will definitely be watching and seeing what happens. But up here, if you look to your right, your left, or my right, or whatever it is, you'll see a top right there. And then if you go to the weekly, that top is gonna be the 200 moving average. So that could be your style. Take profit for this, but honestly, on the longer term, we might come all the way up here. But to be safe because of what's going on in Europe and all that crazy thing that is going on, you might be cautious. We could see a really nice bearish candle from up here. So that's definitely my take profit on Pound USD, and then the more it comes back down, the more likely I am to get on a buy to ride it all the way up. So that's my take on Pound USD. And then what is this? NZD, SHAF. I don't know if I missed it. No, I didn't miss it. We're probably gonna break this top, honestly. We're gonna break this top, and this is gonna be a nicer level. So I want Pound SHAF, not Pound, NZD SHAF all the way up here. For right now, I'm gonna start looking to buy either where it's at or a bit lower. Um, the reason why is because it's a possibility we can break this top and continue going up. So weekly looks very strong, but we will definitely see. But also I said that NZDs might be at a resistance, might be when I was going over Euro NZD and odd NZD. I said they might be at a resistance. Is it a coincidence that they're at a resistance? I don't think so. Okay, let's go to NZD cat. Okay, NZD cat is lingering down here. Um, I mean, if you want to look at this as a top, you can. It's not the perfect top, but some markets they will definitely look at as a top. So I don't know. I don't know. We could see NZD roll over and fall. and odd NZD and Euro NZD go up. Very possible. NZD Japi, definitely at a resistance. Really? Very interesting. NZD USD at a resistance. Oh, wow. Really? That's very interesting. Why is that? I don't know, but it's at a resistance. Very likely for it to fall, very likely for it to break. You just want to be very careful when you're trading um, these kind of levels because to me, like I said, I have a rule. When we hit a level multiple times, I'm gonna stay away. Even if it works out, most of the time they do work out and they go pretty far. I would rather be safe than be sorry. So I'm not gonna get into any of NZD pairs this week because of that situation. But if you're bold, you want to take it as a sell, you can. But I'm not calling it, so if you lose the trade, please do not come after it. USD CAD. Uh, I definitely want. Oh man, I missed it. God damn it! I was looking at it last night too. USD CAD. I really wanted it down here where we traded this pin bar. As you can see, we had just nice pin bar. I was looking at it from the 4 hour. I saw the 200 moving average. Just like if we come to the 200 moving average, I'm definitely gonna buy. But I was probably asleep when this happened. So, dang, that happened quick. I was definitely looking to buy, and I missed by my buy entry. Um, Let me see. Daily is still bullish. Weekly is still a little bit weaker. The reason why is because when we come up here, I am stacking. I mean, I am selling this market when we come up there. So from there to the wick right there, I am going to start selling because weekly is still weak, monthly is still weak. So when we come all the way up here, as you can see, this was a nice top. Okay, nice top right here. Last time we were here, we fell really nicely, and now it looks like we're retesting, and we had a really nice bullish candle, monthly bullish candle. And then when we come back to retest it, it's very likely for it to work and actually continue falling. So I want it up here. I missed the buy signal. It's a very possibility that we could continue going up all the way up here. But um, if I see another nice bullish candle, I might call it a buy because even if we, let's say like we got in right here, okay, and our stop loss was, I don't know, the last low, which is right there. That's like what? Stop loss is 50 pips, reward is 200 to 300 pips. So it makes sense, but I really did want to get in last night. I should have just I should have called it before I went to sleep, but it happens. You miss some and you win some and you lose some. That's USD CAD. And then we have USD shaft. Um, USD shaft could be a continuation to the downside or upside. So I still don't have any clear indication, but if we do come to this top right here, I'm definitely looking to sell. Markets have not been moving, so I am definitely not interested in any of these more markets at the moment. But if we do come to the daily level on USD shaft, I'm definitely, like I said, I'm definitely getting in. So if you're taking notes, these are the levels that I'm looking at. If not, you should start taking notes. What else is there? I think that's it, right? I'm on pound USD Jappy, still lingering down here. So if we do come to 111, 112, like I said, I might add another order up there. But for right now, I'm definitely still bearish on this pair because of everything else. So keep an eye on that one too. Mexican peso, probably gonna break to the downside. Oh, I missed my entry too. God damn it. But anyways, I wanted an entry over here and a little bit up here. As you can see, it never made it to my what do you call this? Alarm, but we did get in. We did make it to the first entry, and now it looks like it's going down. And it definitely looks like a break. We're breaking. We are breaking this level, which we did actually. We broke this level right here. Right there is the level that we broke, and now it's going down. So we missed it. Whatever. We'll wait for another entry on a nice level. But for right now, I wouldn't get in on a buy or maybe a sell, but I would definitely not get in a buy. But if you do get in a sell, remember this is an exotic pair too. Pip count is different. If you trade too big, you can wipe out your account. At the moment, that is it. That's pretty much all the major pairs. The ones that I skipped are a exotic pairs, and I don't want to go over them. But that is it. That is what I'm looking at, and that is what I'm seeing for right now in the market. But if you guys have any questions, you can unmute yourself and ask me. See someone. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, if you have a question, let me know. If not, totally fine. I did record this, and I will see you guys on either tomorrow or Sunday. One of those two. But watch out for a trade, and I will see you guys pretty soon.
Hey Mo, are you uploading these to your YouTube channel or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna post it on the YouTube channel.
Okay,
Yeah, this one's a little bit longer and a higher quality, so I'm gonna post this on the YouTube channel, and you can rewatch it.
cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so it looks like it's just us. So other people I know they work and have to leave. I'm definitely looking to get into Pound Chef and Pound Cat and the other pairs that I went over. And definitely the yens, they look really nice for a sell. So we'll definitely be watching the news this week. But besides that, I don't have nothing else. And I will see you guys, like I said. 3 people.
All right, bro. See you later.
Do you have any questions, Mario?
No, I'm good. You say you're gonna post it on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna post it on YouTube.
All right, I'm gonna go over it.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And you guys trade safe, and I'll send you guys some trades if they come to my entry or they obey, you know.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sounds good.